Have you ever noticed how the feminine has become a central topic in everything? It's in the headlines, it's in political speeches, it's in ideological wars. But the question is, why? Why has the woman, her body, her freedom, her identity, become the main battlefield of modern times? And more than that, is this something new? Or has history always tried to control the feminine? Today, we're diving deep into this topic through the teachings of Mary Esther Harding, one of the first women to speak about the feminine soul with depth. A direct disciple of Carl Jung, Harding understood something many still ignore. True, transformation for a woman doesn't begin in politics, religion, or social media. It begins within her soul. Part 1. The woman as a flag. Nowadays, it feels like every woman is forced to take a public stance. You have to be for or against. You have to raise a flag, you have to campaign, explain, fit in, and if you don't, it's as if you're wrong. If you're a mother, they'll say you're being submissive. If you're not, they'll say you're rejecting your role. If you work too much, they'll call you cold. If you choose to care for your home, they'll call you outdated. And so, we go on, suffocated by expectations from every side. But Harding already said, the woman is being pulled by forces she does not understand, and she needs to dive into her own unconscious to find her direction. It's as if the feminine has been hijacked, and now it's used for everything: political campaigns, gender ideology, online battles, marketing. But they forgot to ask, what does the woman herself feel? Part 2. The feminine is not just the I, body. Let's be honest, politics today wants to legislate a woman's body, to decide whether she can or cannot get pregnant, whether she can choose, whether she should cover herself or show herself, obey or rebel. But what Mary Esther Harding teaches is the opposite. She said the feminine is not a body, it's a psychic force, an energy that rises from the unconscious, that reveals itself in dreams, in intuition, in pains no one understands. And when this energy is ignored, it turns into symptoms: anxiety, sadness, anger, or that constant feeling of living a life that isn't yours. How many women today live like that? Part 3. The divided woman, politics versus soul. One of Harding's most powerful ideas is this: the modern woman is torn between what the world expects of her and what her soul longs to be. Let that sink in. On one side, the world says, be productive, independent, strong. On the other, her soul whispers, be whole, listen, heal. Politics wants to use the woman as a shield. Society wants to use her as a symbol. And in the middle of it all, the real woman disappears. Harding warns us, there's no point seeking freedom on the outside if we're still imprisoned inside. True freedom begins when a woman listens to her inner voice. Not the voice that was planted in her, but the one that's always been there. Part 4. The invisible war. The wounded feminine. Do you know what the real war is today? It's not just ideological, it's psychic. A war happening inside the woman's soul. From a young age, we're taught to distrust what we feel, to hold back tears, not to appear weak, to please, to compete. And Harding spoke about this. She said many women live disconnected from their original feminine energy, the one that nurtures, that intuits, that transforms in silence. Today, everything is noise, everything is pressure. But the feminine doesn't grow in shouting. The feminine blooms in darkness, in silence, in listening. That's why so many of us are getting sick. Not because we're weak, but because we're out of alignment with our essence. Part 5. The feminine has no party. Here's something important. The feminine is neither right-wing nor left-wing. It's not religious or atheist. The feminine is a universal principle. Harding explained that within every woman, and even within every man, there is a feminine energy that must be acknowledged. And when that energy is repressed, imbalance arises. That's what we see today. People speaking about the feminine without ever looking inward. People defending women without listening to what they feel. people trying to save the feminine, while still oppressing it with beautiful but empty speeches. Part 6. The Call to Return to Oneself. Mary Esther Harding didn't write to create a political revolution. She wrote to awaken the souls of women, and that is true power, not the power to dominate, but the power to become who you truly are. Harding taught that a woman must connect with her inner archetypes, the healer, the warrior, the mother, the wise woman. All of these images live inside us. And when we recognize that, we stop being pushed by external narratives. The woman who knows her soul does not let herself be manipulated. She stands firm, even in silence. She is free, even when the world tries to bind her. The new revolution. Maybe the greatest revolution a woman can make today is not to shout louder or to fight harder. Maybe it's to return to herself, turn off the noise, close her eyes and ask, what is my feminine soul trying to tell me? Harding left us this legacy. Feminine self-knowledge is not a luxury. It is an act of survival, a silent resistance, and above all, a reconnection with the sacred. So if you're tired of being pushed from one side to another, if you feel like you've lost your voice amid so many loud narratives, this is your place. This channel is a space to return to yourself, to listen, to heal, to find truth. If this touched your heart, I invite you. Subscribe. Stay with us. Every week we'll go deeper into Harding's teachings and feminine psychology. Together, no labels, no masks, just soul. Because the feminine is not a battlefield. It's a field of healing, and the world needs, now more than ever, a whole woman,